What's up, y'all? I say that now because we're in Texas. This is episode 9 of Just Some Tea. I'm G.
I'm Alyssa.
And welcome back to the podcast. Yet another setup, new episode, new setup. Planning to do a new setup every episode. Next week we'll be on the patio, maybe.
Yeah, right. We hate our patio.
It can fit maybe one child. That's
Yeah.
how big of a patio it is. Well, welcome back to the podcast, guys. We haven't recorded since the beginning of the month.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, last month.
Was it last month?
It is a new month.
Was it last month? Did you go to emo night?
I didn't go to the first emo night with you.
No, I know, but did you go?
I went to the second. We didn't talk about the second, though.
We
Because that
didn't?
was after.
Holy shit.
It's been a while.
Holy shit. Hang on. While this recording's going, I'm gonna talk and check this computer real quick and see when that was actually recorded.
Yeah, when did we actually record our last one?
Yeah. Here it is. It was.
It almost exactly a month ago.
Yeah. So yeah, it was October 10th.
Yeah.
That's what I meant. I was wondering if it was during the
October
same.
6th, yeah.
So I said 10th, October 6th. Yeah. I was wondering if it was still during October.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was.
Yep.
Yeah, it was a bit. It was just about a month. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. A lot has happened in a month. A lot.
A lot.
A lot has happened.
I went to emo night.
You did go have your first emo night. Did we talk about that in the last one?
No.
Why the fuck am I saying that? Well, obviously you didn't.
No. No.
Yeah. You went to emo night. You got a new job.
Yeah, new job. Went to a lame Halloween party.
Went to a really lame Halloween party, yeah.
I went to the Celtic Festival yesterday.
You did. I do want to hear about how that was as well.
Yeah.
I'm trying to... What have I done? I got my septum pierced.
Yeah.
Can't really see it on camera, but that's fine.
Yeah, your piercing is really
What?
small. Like the actual...
It's 16. I didn't want to get a large one
Yeah.
because much like my ears, I'd have to stretch it out
Yeah.
over. Yeah, I
Yeah.
didn't want to do that. I was like, I'll do this. I just want to get like a ring,
Mhm.
just whoop, this little hoop. That's
Yep.
it.
Yeah.
And then if I don't want it, I can just take it out.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck. What else happened?
I mean, you've just been working a lot.
It doesn't feel like it because I like this job so much. Like, so for context, I work 9 to 6 every day. I'm only off on the weekends.
Mhm.
It's a Monday through Friday job, but like
I mean, you're gone like 12 hours of the day, though, because of the bus.
yeah, pretty
Yeah.
much. You know, it's an hour and 16 on the bus to get to work. So
Yeah.
not much I can do there. I don't mind it, actually. It doesn't feel bad. The thing that they 100% talk about all the time is not being stressed at work.
Yeah.
Like, we're in the busy season right now, so instead of having like free time during the day, we actually do a lot throughout the entire day, which is good because the day just fucking goes by. It does kind of suck, like, only having about like 2 hours to do whatever before I go to sleep.
Yeah.
But also, it's kind of nice to just go to fucking sleep and get up and go to work and not have anything to worry about, you know?
Just save all that money. Don't spend all your money.
That's
Yeah.
that's literally my thought. Remember I was telling you the other
Yeah,
day about
time skip,
time
yeah.
skipping. Yeah,
Yeah.
just like come home, shower, sleep, eat maybe if you want, but then
Yep.
go to fucking sleep.
You should eat.
I usually have stuff left over from work.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Yeah, but I'm
so-
just saying, in general, you should eat.
Yeah, you should eat. Yes, for all of you, good advice. Eat something. Drink
Yeah.
some water.
Yeah.
It helps out, but
Yeah.
I like this job a lot. It's the people there are cool. Outside of busy, I don't feel it's the bus ride that really kind of sucks energy out of me because of all the fucking craziness that happens.
Yeah, you've had some
I think every single bus ride since I've had this job has had something happen.
hot shit happening on that bus.
Some serious
recently.
hot shit, almost literally.
Hmm.
I mean, almost every week, at least twice every week, it's always been something like noteworthy. There's always occasionally a person talking to themselves or something like that, but fucking New Yorker, you know, this stuff happens. But there was the guy who was definitely, I don't know if he was a chronic masturbator or what.
I mean, it seems like it.
Seems like it. He seems like he couldn't help himself, but like almost like a cartoon, like frantically shaking his leg, you know, and just like looking around and whatever. And then he walks on, and then it's the most adorable just college girl there. She has like flowers and like rabbit stuff on her backpack, just reading her book, you know. And he sits next to her. I'm like, fuck. And I'm sitting across from them.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh shit, this is bad. This is really bad. I hope he doesn't try to talk to her, which he didn't. He didn't talk to her, but
I mean,
and it was
still
like,
not great.
yeah, and it was like the first chilly morning we've had in a while, and he's wearing like a brown coat, but he also has like a blue coat with him, a blue coat that I realized that I have the same exact coat in the closet, in my closet.
Probably never wearing that again.
No, he just kind of had it over his lap, and his leg is shaking, and I'm just like, oh, he probably has maybe, you know, there's
restless leg.
I was gonna say I was gonna say was it RLS? Was that restless leg syndrome?
Yeah.
Was that yeah, he probably has RLS, or he probably has something else going on. Maybe he's a tweaker. You know, he's just trying, or maybe he's, you know, going through withdrawal. A lot of drug use in this town. So it's like I expected maybe something like that until I saw his left hand disappear under. That's the hand that's facing me. So it's like I see him go under the jacket, and then instantly I was like, I was just sitting there. I was like, oh, that's a little. Oh, he's masturbating. This guy, he's masturbating. He's using his leg shake to kind of like camouflage his action. This not really, unless you're just a naive person or you've never been exposed to much of the world. There's no real hiding that in public at all. Not even if you're wearing like big old fucking parachute pants or harem pants or something. There's no getting away with that. You know? Well, he was going for a long time, by the way. Like he got on the bus not too far from here. Maybe like just after Torchy's.
Okay.
And all the way, he didn't get off the bus until in downtown after UT. That's like 35 minutes.
Yep.
So, on the bus. So he was doing that the entire time. And this poor girl was sitting next to him the entire time.
Yeah.
Good, she wasn't paying attention to him. She was doing her own thing. And
I'm sure she knew.
Oh, she knew. No, she looked at him. She looked at him, and then the guy who was sitting in front of me, him and I shared a look.
Because, is this guy really?
Yeah, and I thought it was just me, because it's one of those moments where I'm looking around and I'm like, this fucking guy over here is masturbating. No, am I the asshole? Is this a normal? Is he something wrong with him? And I just think he's masturbating. But no, it's like I'm kind of like doing one of these, like looking over at him, and then I look and the guy in front of me is doing literally the same thing, and I was like, okay, it's not just me. Yeah, and he gets off the bus in a hurry. Yeah. Like he fucking grabs like the rail that's over the seat, and there's basically like Tarzan swings out of the bus, and he fucking jets like walking fast. And I think it's because he knew that everyone else knew, because at that point, it wasn't college kids on there anymore. It was just people going to work. Like adult-ass adults going to work. But he never stopped. And that's why I think it was definitely a chronic situation going on here. Like, I don't know if it was like that mixed with like a public fetish or whatever, but fuck, I haven't seen him since. I haven't seen him.
Probably a good thing.
Good thing, yeah.
Yeah, because that happened when I was still at my other job.
Yeah.
That was like one of my last couple days there.
Yeah, that was my
last week. Yeah.
So that was like about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago. Yeah. And that was rough. That was like rough to just be next to.
Yeah.
Not the worst thing that's happened.
Unfortunately.
Not even the worst thing. There was, fuck. What am I thinking of after this? I don't want to, like, there's stuff that happened very recently.
Yeah.
That's a recent memory. I'm trying to remember anything that happened before this.
Let me see
or after.
If there's anything in my texts. I think you might have just told me that and then the recent thing. Yeah,
I think there's some things that I just full on ignore. Like, I have a podcast going and I'm playing Pokemon Go or I'm just writing or something, so I'm just ignoring the majority of the stuff that's going on the bus around me, but that was one that I couldn't ignore, dude. That was so bad. There was one where this is just such a subtle moment, and it's more just gross than anything, so prepare yourselves. It was like an older woman, and she was like picking her nose, but she was like really getting in there, and it was like gross because she's picking her nose and she pulls her finger out, and it looks, you know, like whenever you put your like finger in like lotion or something and it has that kind of sharp It was just covered in fucking boogers, dude. And that's what I said, prepare yourself. And I, you know how I usually joke and go, whenever I see something gross? I didn't do it. Some old guy sitting behind completely gagged at it. I thought I was the only person who saw this, dude. He like full on like heaved over and like gagged, and it was disgusting. That was a small moment. She got on and got off the bus like really quick. There have been a couple chill moments on the bus that were really cool. This one person, what the fuck was the song? It was some old 90s song, some hip hop song from the 90s. But their headphones weren't in their phone, and they were just like, you shouldn't be listening to music out loud in public. Don't do that. It's annoying. No one fucking cares about your music, dude. But he was on a phone call, and I guess after the phone call, his music came on, and he was just sitting there. I don't know if he didn't notice or didn't care or whatever. But then like 8 people were just like doing one of these, and so was I. It was like, I'm trying to remember the name of the song, but we were just kind of just like bobbing our heads like in unison. And I was like, all right, that's all right. I guess he gets a pass for that. And the bus wasn't crowded at all that day. But most recently, there was the drunk lady, and then the really rude motherfucker who came on the bus that I almost got in a fight with.
Mm-hmm. You've had a few rude people with, at least like people with disabilities and people just being completely rude.
Yeah, actually, yeah.
About like just
like a lot of people who I can tell that they have a disability. I'm really accepting. I'm like, this is a bad situation to be in, but it's not completely. Oh yeah, there was a kid who was like drugged out. That was the other thing I can remember. Mm-hmm. Like he was on the bus for far too long, and he was like yelling. He kept falling on the floor. He kept like laughing every time he fell on the floor. He was like hands and face on the window, knees on the seat like a little kid a few times.
Okay.
Everyone on there were being good sports and like not even yelling at him or anything, but like that was a pain. Like, and he was just short of just like going up to the bus driver, and then he got off on a stop. He like, and that was the weird part. Yeah, he like is doing all this shit, and then the moment his stop comes on, he just kind of and gets off and leaves. And I was like, what the fuck?
Just sobered up real quick.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I was like, is this a performing art? What the fuck is happening here?
Performing art, or oh shit,
yeah,
I'm home.
Yeah, I don't know. Like he put his bag on and like straightened his coat and then fucking walked off like nothing happened.
What the fuck?
And like everyone's looking at each other like, like, all right, we all didn't just dream that, did we? Yeah, that was weird. That was the other weird thing I can remember. But B Halloween, or it was night before. B night before Halloween, Devil's Night, Mischief Night on the East Coast, which no one here knows about apparently.
Oh, they don't?
I've spoken to a lot of people about the Devil's Night, and they're like, yeah, no, fucking those throwing eggs, fucking what? I don't know if that's like just not a Texas thing or Midwest or South thing. I guess no one does it here, but two of my coworkers are from the East Coast, so we talk about it. We were talking about it all the time, and but yeah, so B Mischief Night, 6th Street is gonna be fucked because it's Austin, Texas, and everyone loves to drink here and party, but that's just nature of cities.
Yeah.
But 6th is particularly bad on that night of Halloween night. Cops were, they cut off roads so people are not driving or going through there. People are gonna be fucking stumbling. Drunk lady comes on the bus 2 stops after my stop, and hey, there's 19 other seats available, but by the nature of my 20 charisma, people have to sit next to me for some reason. And she sits down and she goes, mind if I take this seat? While she's already sitting, by the way. She has sat down, made herself comfortable, looks around, then looks at me and goes, mind if I take this seat? And I'm like, fucking why not?
You're already here.
Go ahead. It's available? Oh yeah, go ahead. I didn't know the seat was even here. And she's sitting there and and it's cold, by the way. It's like a cold evening. She reaches into her fucking coat and pulls out a brown bag, and I'm just like, that's alcohol, isn't it? And she just goes, mind if I drink this? I'm like, yes, drink your beer. I don't care, man. Fucking just stop talking to me.
You already opened it.
Yeah, this is the stage of speaking with this woman. Is like she would just fucking do it, and then she'd ask me if it's okay if she can do it. Like, so she cracks open the beer, and then she's like getting ready to take a sip. She's like, you don't mind if I open this beer? I'm like, it's open. It's 4 inches from your face. I don't mind. I don't care. And I think I literally told her, do what the fuck you want. I think I literally told her that. And she just like starts drinking it. It's quiet for a hot minute. I'm like, all right, I'm going to just put on some YouTube videos, and hopefully she gets off the bus soon. We hit traffic. We hit traffic before the bridge going into downtown Austin. And the bus stop before that, 2 guys come on. And I don't know if she didn't take notice, or I don't know if she was waiting for her Lone Star to kick in, or what. But she like looks at me like, not even like one of these, because you're basically sitting where I was sitting next to the window, and I'm sitting like on the outside seat. And she just goes, and I see it in my peripheral, and I'm like, fuck. and she goes, I know that guy. And it's just alcohol. Right? She's like, I know that guy. And I look up, I think I told you this, I look up at her and do the fucking sassy smile. And I'm like, yeah, leave me alone. And we're in the middle of the bridge, middle of traffic, and she goes, hey! It's like yelling. Sorry to yell in everyone's ears on the mic. But she like yells at this dude.
It was Halloween night.
It was Halloween night,
it was
right?
Halloween night.
Because I remember it being Thursday.
It's in my text, yeah.
Okay, yeah. I remember it being a Thursday, because I remember like the roads were closed down for some of the roads. And she like yells at this dude and starts berating this dude like, you don't remember, you can't recognize me because of my mask. Happy Halloween, ha 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 ha. And like, it's just like I'm sitting there and I'm just like sinking deeper into my seat, like trying to just. I'm watching Philip DeFranco. I'm like, Phil, talk louder, you know. And my headphones are turned up. And then she kept doing like, like doing that to me. And then she kept like laughing, and it's like her eyes were like that at that point. She was fucking gone, dude. And I was like, and I'm looking out the window. We're in the middle of the fucking bridge. It's just traffic. There are cop cars up ahead. I don't know what the fuck happened up there. We're stuck here with this. And I feel like, and the guy up ahead, him and I lock eyes, and I don't know what to do. I just fucking look at him, and I look back at my phone. I wanted to go, I'm sorry, but I'm not associated with her. I don't want to apologize for this.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you clearly have headphones in.
Yeah,
so
I was full on like headphones in. My backpack is here, so there's a divider between us basically. Like my knees up, my backpack's here. And I'm like, fucking don't talk to me. Like I don't know who you are. And she eventually we get into downtown, and she gets up and she kind of waddles to like the back door, and then she's still yelling at this guy, saying on repeat, same thing she's been saying, just happy Halloween, and you don't recognize me because of my mask, you know, you're my friend, do you remember me? How do you not remember me? And the guy is just kind of like standing there like really nervous, like looking at everyone like, I don't fucking know who she is.
Was she even like saying like her name or anything?
No, not at all. No identifying thing, just
all
you know me, I'm your friend. You just target it out. You're my friend now.
Descriptive. Cool.
Yeah. And she gets off the bus, and then she like the bus driver, and it sucks because there are people coming on the bus, and we're at like downtown. We're by 3rd downtown. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of fucking people coming on this bus, and she like starts banging on the window when the doors close, and we're stuck behind another car at a red light. So she's banging on the window, and then she's just like laughing to herself. She's like, "Come on, come out here!" To the guy, she's like, "Come on out here, come out here and fuck me in my ass." At that point, everyone is like, everyone just kind of fucking looks at her and looks at him like, what the fuck? And to the point where I see the bus driver in the mirror by him just kind of look out like, what the fuck, dude?
Like, did you really just say that?
Yeah, everyone's like, did she really just say that? And the guy is like, he's basically like trying to hide his face. I felt so bad for him. And then there was an old woman, very sweet old woman, who was like talking to him. And I hear him say, I don't know who the fuck she is. I don't know who that woman is. And yeah, then we drive off. So there was that. Yeah. That was weird and awkward. Moment of peace for about 15 stops. And then a real raw asshole walks on the bus. Just steamed already. Just comes in.
I didn't like that.
What?
I didn't like that description.
No, it's fine. He walks on, and first off, he kind of like grills the bus driver. All right, dude, having a bad night? Good for you. Don't know what's going on. Don't put that on other people. He sits down on the outer seat. You know, guys, if you're taking public transportation, unless there is literal shit you don't want on your clothing, on the inner seat, sit on the inner seat, because people got to use the outer seat, especially older people who shouldn't be standing, you know? This guy's definitely like in his early 30s. Sits in the outer seat. Fucking man spread, arms folded, world owes him everything kind of attitude. And next stop comes up. Lady, very old, like old woman comes on. Like should be walking with a cane. She should be walking with a cane. I felt really bad. And she goes, and that's the one seat available up there. Instead of going up the stairs to the back of the bus where I am, it's like, well, she's obviously not gonna go walk up these fucking stairs, especially while the bus is moving. So she asks him if he can sit there, and he doesn't first he doesn't fucking move. He just looks up at her and like blinks. And then she says, "Do you mind if?" She says again, "Do you mind if I sit and take that seat over there?" And then he like kind of shuffles back.
Seriously?
So she just, instead of getting up, and letting her go, no, he kind of shuffles back a little bit, and then she has to basically kind of step over his knees.
Stand the fuck up or move over.
Yeah, and this is point number one, right? It's just the scales. Here's the baseline. Here's my anger, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like right there. It just boop, right up to that moment. I was like, all right, I have a bad fucking feeling about this guy. He's a fucking problem. That's number one. Number two is get around Mueller area. Bus has to stop, lowers, ramp comes out, someone in a wheelchair comes on. Person has a faux leg. So they wheel their wheel. The bus driver helps them get the wheelchair on, and they're making their way on to go back and sit in the wheelchair and get it locked in and stuff. And this guy fucking starts yelling at the bus driver about he's late for work. And he's like, I'm late for work. This is bullshit. What the fuck are we wasting all this time for this shit? Looks at the person who has the full leg and says, "You're making me. I'm gonna be fucking late because of you."
It's your own goddamn fault. You're late. You should have taken an earlier bus.
Or it's just your own goddamn fault. You're on a bus. You're on public transportation.
Yeah.
You have no control over this motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
That was just like whoop for my anger when he looks at the person and says that. So it's,
don't fucking.
Yeah. And then it is from then on, when we take off from there, it is from then to the point where I get off the bus. And that's like another 25 minutes on the bus.
Mm-hmm.
As he's just berating the bus driver. He's just saying, "You're gonna make me late." He's like, "You're driving so fucking slow. What's taking so goddamn long?" Like,
it's like, dude, you're traveling at like prime traffic hour.
Really, like it's like 5:30 p.m. No,
on Halloween. It's Halloween.
like after 6 on Halloween, man. Like, what the fuck do you expect from this?
Yeah.
And he's upset about it. He's absolutely livid about it. Like, starts yelling. Like, not just talking loud. He starts yelling. Old woman next to him, bless her soul, tells him, "Can you just please relax on the bus driver? It'll be okay. You got to work fine." And I'm not gonna repeat what he says. But he says some really rank shit to this old woman, and she just kind of turns and then looks out the window, like her does one of these. And I am outside the scale at this point. I am.
Yeah, couldn't even see your hand.
Outside the scale at that point, dude. I like look at. I think I was looking at my phone trying to just find something to distract myself, and I go, "What a fucking piece of shit." And I say it louder than I thought I said it, because if people around me are just like, "Yeah, what another fucking piece of shit." Yeah. Like 6 dudes sitting around me.
You said it. I didn't.
Yeah.
But yeah, you
But
did.
I didn't care, dude.
Yeah.
And then I think I told you at my stop, like he's like leaning on the rail. He's like leaning at the bus driver, and his arm is all crossed on the rail. So it's like I have to get through.
Mm-hmm.
So he goes to put his arm down, and before he does, I just fucking take his arm and move it, and I shoulder him on my way out. And the bus driver's just like, "Have a good night," because he saw what I did. And dude didn't say anything or do anything to me, but like I just, what the fuck?
Yeah,
Don't be that asshole. Don't be an asshole.
And like that's not the only story you've told me about, like someone coming on like with a wheelchair and like someone just being just.
Oh yeah, no, there been many times where people were just like fucking terrible to people who have disabilities coming on the bus, and it's like, dude, you have guys. I'll say right now, bless the UT students. You guys have been fucking great on public transportation. I'm gonna say that right now in case any UT students come across this podcast episode or whatever, because they've like gotten up to give seats away. You know what I mean? Have definitely like cleared space. We're really courteous. It's always the older fucking people. There's something with the goddamn older generation of fucking entitled ass. Yeah. I don't know, man. Anyway, that's enough bus stories.
Yeah.
That's what's been happening with that. Fast forward or flashback a little bit. Beginning of October, we go to the Witch's Ball.
Which is prom.
The Witch's Prom. I keep saying ball.
Yeah, I do too, but it was prom.
It was prom. We dressed up as dank ass demons.
Mm-hmm.
And we go there. So before we even say like how it was, what was your expectation of it?
I mean, I expected more. I didn't expect it to be an office party, basically.
It was an office
here's
party.
Here's this company Halloween party that's super, like, black tie, fancy.
Yeah, and also open to the public.
Yeah, because I found it on Eventbrite and
Mm-hmm.
just kind of looking and seeing what was going on in the city.
Yeah.
And it was like only $12 for a ticket.
It wasn't bad.
So,
the ticket wasn't bad, and I was expecting it to be. I was expecting, considering it just being on the weekend, by nature being Saturday downtown. I was like,
there was a lot of shit going on Saturday night.
So I was like, all right, this will probably be, for the most part, something interesting. I wasn't expecting like emo night levels of excitement, but I was expecting, like, probably definitely more adults around, and definitely a little more, or just older people around, and probably a little more of a bar/club atmosphere.
Yeah.
But it was almost literally like a high school prom.
Yep.
It was
awkward as fuck.
It was awkward. Not even just for us. It was
for everyone.
Everyone seemed a little bit awkward there. Yeah.
Like, no one really wanted to dance.
Yeah.
It was only like,
it was like this group
it was
of women.
hours in before people really started dancing.
There was like 12. We got there like 9.
I would say around 11:30 was when the dancing was picking up, because we left around midnight.
We left around midnight. A lot of sexy people.
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Yep.
A lot of sexy people.
Yes.
But we saw things. I saw things.
You saw things. I
saw things.
Missed those things.
I saw things. But it was just like, all right. It was just okay. It wasn't bad, because it got entertaining after a while. The super adorable woman who worked at the company that we signed up for, she was really fucking cool.
I never did get an email or anything about that.
I didn't get shit from that dude.
So that was interesting.
That was interesting, yeah. We got the shot glass though.
Got it. Oh yeah, I moved yours. I can go get it.
Did you
want
move
me to get it?
Okay, I want to at least present what $12 got us on this from this prom. Here it is, $12, guys. It's not bad. That's glass. That's good old glass. That's a good shot glass. It's probably not going to focus. Oh, it is. Look at that. Oh yeah, and a crappy pen that we sold this at Staples.
Yeah. I mean, they had these like personalized, but they're crappy pens.
It's a good prop for something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's pretty much all we got from that. It wasn't anything exciting.
Yeah, I mean, you had a couple drinks. I decided to not drink.
Not drink, yeah.
Especially after emo night.
Do we want to talk about that? Do we want to talk about that? I don't care. I don't work an important thing to NDA that. Let's just say that on emo night we had partaken in some baked substance.
From a stranger.
From a stranger. And oh boy, did it hit us hard.
Yeah, after already having like I had 2 vodka cranberries and.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you already had some. I didn't have any. Oh, I did.
You had like 1.5 drinks. You gave your drink to Max.
To Max, yeah.
Yeah. So that was fun.
It was fun.
And scary.
It was very terrifying as well. Oh boy.
But yeah, I decided to not drink at Witch's Prom. Just one, because driving.
Yeah.
And 2, I didn't need to.
Yeah, you didn't need to.
Also money. I really didn't have enough money to buy a drink that night.
Seriously, like I wasn't gonna do anything than the cider.
Yeah.
Yeah, once I saw it there, I was like, okay, that's all I'm fucking getting.
Well, didn't you get a Jack and Coke or something like that?
I did have one of those,
Yeah.
Yeah. I wanted to have a little variety.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It was okay.
Yeah.
It wasn't really anything to like write home about either.
I mean, we went out, and that was the important thing. We've told ourselves that we're gonna try and do more stuff and have some fun, and we attempted to.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And well, we're gonna do a little bit more research next time before we decide to go somewhere.
Most definitely.
Mm-hmm.
Speaking of going out, how was your emo night? Your first emo night?
So I had fun, but it was also a weird emo night, as like everyone had said, because it was during ACL, so there were a lot of people that kind of just wandered in.
Yeah, that were
not there for emo night, and then they were playing a lot of music that just wasn't a good fit. They were playing a lot of they played "Party in the USA" by Miley Cyrus.
Yeah, that
was my first clue of what?
That was the drop. Yeah,
I think that was the first one that was like really like, why this song?
I'm not really
though?
sure what that was all about. What they were on about that.
Yeah. So
that wasn't great.
But it was a good night. I had fun.
Mm-hmm.
I wish like Max could have hung out a little bit longer, but
yeah, he was sick.
Yeah,
he wasn't doing too well.
Got to see some people again for like the second time, and got to meet some of your other friends. So it was a good night.
Yeah, overall, I think it was a good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, people were hammered.
Yeah.
People got fucking hammered.
Oh man. Yeah, there was a lot of very drunk people, very drunk girls.
Yeah. But that's the nature of it. Like, I'm going to the next one, and that's the nature of it. But that one in particular, I think, was just a lot of the ACL crowd.
Yes.
That kind of just blended it, because it was on we were on 6th. You know, remember leaving that place? It felt like a fucking war zone.
Yes.
Like,
I was like, wait, no.
There was a fight that was like that had broken out because
Yeah.
people started running towards it, and people were, doing the high school thing of, and the people just kind of running, just because whenever you hear that in the background, you see people just like jogging on, it's kind of just fight going on, whatever. But that was interesting. Altogether, just a fucking weird, interesting night. I was curious how you felt, because that was emo. That wasn't a Jimmy Eats Wednesday.
I would like to go to like the real emo
That
night.
is this
like,
Wednesday. That is this Wednesday.
This Wednesday.
Yes, it is. First Wednesday of every month. That is when Jimmy Eats Wednesdays is.
Let me check my schedule. Make sure
you
that I
check that.
can go. Yeah, I can go.
All right. Expect a lot from this one. This one's gonna be more intense.
Then maybe instead of saving the tips that I've made, I will bring that money for drinks.
You should.
And we should maybe Uber.
It's gonna be really expensive.
Never mind that.
It's gonna be really expensive. I don't know if Max is gonna want a pregame beforehand or not either.
The only thing about Max likes to stay out super late, man.
They all stay out pretty late.
And I'm always like, hey, it's 2 a.m. I want to go to bed. I'm lame, guys.
You gotta learn the hang, dude. You gotta learn the hang.
But when you wake up early during the week, it's rough.
Yeah.
It's rough to stay out until 2 a.m. and then you have to get up at like 6 or something.
I've been doing it. I did it the other night. I got back at 3 a.m. and I went to work.
Nope.
I've been doing it since college.
Yeah, and like when you got back, I was passed out.
Yeah, you were done. You were RKO'd pretty much.
Yeah.
I said RKO, TKO'd. I don't know. I'm looking forward to the next one. I like being in Barbarella's. It's nice. I like going to that one.
Yeah, and I want to go because I haven't been to Barbarella yet. Barbarella's, whatever.
But yeah, I was curious what your take on emo night was, because that wasn't even like the emo night. I mean, it was still fun. I still had a good time. I mostly like people watching in those situations.
Yeah.
I'm too old to mosh anymore.
I mean, I had a good time.
I
had a good time. I loved watching like the hype man, because he was done.
Dude, that was so fucking funny.
Because like they weren't playing good songs.
It was like, guys, it was like 11:30, and like you can tell who had work tomorrow, or who just came from work straight here, because people were just like,
Well, it was a Saturday night.
It was a Saturday night, but everyone was fucking tired.
Yeah.
It wasn't even midnight yet, and everyone was just kind of like, fuck, man.
Yeah.
Like, whatever.
The mosh was the saddest.
The mosh was just
I've ever seen.
people walking around in a circle, just kind of yawning and just kind of like.
Yeah, I mean, like there were only a few good songs to like mosh to, but
yeah, and they didn't even hype it up. They didn't build it up. It was always like hi, poof.
Yeah.
And then it stays flat. Then
a good mosh song, and then it was just like you can't do anything with this.
Yeah.
And then there were like a bunch of those songs where it's like you
playing
could maybe,
Queen, and then Asking Alexandria, and then back to Panic at the Disco, and it's like, all right, guys, we need to have a concise playlist here. What's going on, I still had fun though.
Yeah.
Never taking candy from strangers again.
Nope.
I did it enough in college. I did enough times for me to have learned by now, but I didn't.
That was the first time I've done that, and I thought about maybe we shouldn't, and then
welcome to the risk. This is the risk of hanging out with me.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I just wasn't expecting how much stuff was in there. That was just it. A lot of fun though. A lot of fun there.
A lot of fun.
Yeah, I don't know. We're what, 4 months in now, living in Austin. I think it's fine. I think we need to do a lot more low key events probably.
Yeah.
Soon. I would like to go and play D&D at Dragon's Lair.
Yeah.
I would like to even just do the Adventurers Guild thing. I would like to just make a character and go play there. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Just something new. Just like, because we're used to just doing homebrew content.
Yeah.
We're used to.
I feel like I'd probably struggle with like all the actual like rules that like Adventurers League like enforces.
Right. I don't think they strictly play Adventurers League. I think they have a campaign that they do there, at least based on the app.
I think it's probably Adventurers League though.
Okay.
Most stuff that happens at those shops are going to be Adventurers League. Okay. I mean, unless it's like you're going and you're bringing your group there and you're playing.
That's true. I would like to give it a try. We can always just not go back.
I mean, I also just want to go. We haven't been there in a while.
I have not been there in a while.
It's been a couple months.
Remember when I talk about time skip stuff? I'm trying to save up enough money so that I can comfortably just go to one of these things and not feel like I'm sawing my fucking arm off for it. Yeah. You know? I just kind of want to just sleep and go and just be able to just enjoy those events when they happen. But I like to do that. Something a little more low key. I know Max would be cool with doing something. Him and I are going to go see Star Wars Christmas Eve. Okay. Yeah. So I'm not going home till after Christmas. So we're actually going to go see Star Wars Christmas Eve. It should be interesting. It's going to be fucking packed. It's gonna be. We already have our seats. Oh. He bought my ticket for me, so I just owe him the money for that. But it's gonna be fucking packed. That part I'm probably not excited for. Yeah. But I'm excited to.
Are you going to the Alamo?
Going to Alamo. Yeah. Wait. No, I think we are. I think we are exclusively going to the Alamo for this one. I think so. Yeah. I should double check this.
You should.
I'm gonna be upset if it's not. No, we are going to Alamo because he swears by it. He only does Alamo.
He doesn't like going.
He has an allegiance, much like myself, to Alamo. Yeah. So yeah.
Yeah.
So that should be fun. But outside of that, I don't have anything else. If I'm being honest, I don't know if I ever told you this. I fucking hate this season. Just the travel portion of this season. Oh, because I live so fucking far from my family. Yeah. And it's like, I love to see my family. I love my family. I love going home. I love being home. I just hate the in-between. Yeah. I hate having to travel.
Getting there.
Oh my fucking God, is it a pain in the ass. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really nervous because like I've always been able to just drive home, and now I take a plane. I mean, I could drive. I'm not driving home in the winter.
No, it's fine. It's going to be fine until you fucking hit the Midwest.
Well, like, I'd have to take basically 2 weeks off of work to be able to go home for a week. Yeah. Just because of how long it takes to drive. How long it takes to drive,
yeah. It'll be 2 days or 3 days. And then
I mean, I could home, then 3 days. Make it in 2 days, but I don't want to. That's so long driving. That's driving 12 hours a day.
That is driving 12 hours a day.
I'm not doing that.
Yeah, My dad made fun of me for like saying that I wanted to take the Amtrak to Chicago and just take this, it's a long trip. It's about the same amount of time as driving. Yeah. But I'd rather not fucking fly. I hate planes. Yeah. I hate planes during the holidays. I hate that shit. Don't want to deal with that shit.
Well, like flying to the East Coast too.
Flying to the fucking East Coast, dude.
You never know with snow and
dude, yeah. And then weather. I don't know if there's gonna be delays and shit. I'd rather just get on a fucking train, get to Chicago. Because even if I'm in Chicago, number one, I have friends in Chicago, so if I gotta stay anywhere, I can probably hit someone up. And number two, it's like, I can just fucking get another train ticket if it need be, and then go straight to Austin. Yeah. From there, and that's more so what I'm looking for. There's a train that goes from Colorado to New York, so I don't know why there's a train from fucking Texas to New York. Interesting. I gotta talk to some people. Yeah. Hello, all of government. Why don't we have train from Texas to New York? Depending on the plane ticket price, I might still just do that.
Yeah, I mean, my parents just bought my tickets.
I might just take a week off from work and then...
Gotta stop off in Nashville on my way home. Don't have to get off the plane, though, so that's good.
Oh, okay. You don't? Okay.
Yeah,
it's the same plane.
Changing planes.
Is it refueling or... Oh, it's probably connected.
People up.
Probably connected. Yeah, connecting flight. Yeah.
I mean, because I'm flying to BWI, which is like
Right.
Baltimore, Washington.
Right.
Shit.
Yeah. I wonder how the fuck long it's gonna take to fly. I don't know why my dad's giving me shit about that anyway. By the way, thinking about it now, it's like he's not the one doing it, and I don't mind doing it. I don't mind sitting on a fucking train.
Well, is he probably more like, hey, you could spend more time with us, or just not?
I think it's just he thinks that it would be just a waste. Knowing my father, it's probably to him just such a waste of fucking time.
Yeah.
Which ultimately I guess it is, but for me it's like I think that's kind of cool. 'Cause that's a lot of country that I haven't seen.
Yeah.
You know, that's a lot of America of the states that I haven't been in and haven't seen. So I think that'd be kind of cool to see.
Mm-hmm.
You know. Also, I like being on the ground. I like being terrestrial.
I do too.
You
I
know?
don't like.
I don't like being in the air.
I'm
that
getting
much.
real nervous because it's like really real that I'm gonna have to like go on a plane by myself.
It's true. That's something I gotta get used to though. Is doing that though. That's something I have to get used to. Is getting on a plane by myself. But don't like planes. Don't. I already said once I have my vehicle, and I'm buying one that's the distance. You know, once I have my vehicle, I'm driving. I'll drive 25 hours. I don't give a shit. I will do it.
See, I don't want to. I can't be in a car that long.
Yeah.
It. You know how much I struggled driving here.
Yeah, that's true.
It was bad.
I don't mind it. There's just so much entertainment that I can have for that long.
I feel like if I had a better car, it might be easier.
That's what I said when we were driving down here. Like your car lacks a lot of just the comforts as most vehicles. Your
It's
car
a 22-year-old car.
at this point you were driving a go-kart.
Kind of,
It is a steel cage
Yeah.
with some junkyard seats.
Yeah, those seats are so flat now.
Your car, like it's.
Yeah.
But I mean, nothing beats your kind of.
And
Much
I
like
don't-
what Chandler
also-
told you. Nothing beats your car because
Yeah.
like people can go in there and be like, oh, I know how to fix this. I know how to
Yeah.
change this. You know. So
But
I
don't know if my car would even make it back to the
You
East
would-
Coast
yeah,
and back.
We were talking about your car the other day when I was at Chandler's, and we were saying like you would probably have to put like maybe a good $3,000. Not saying we know you don't
Yeah.
have the money, but
Yeah.
you'd have, but $3,000 less than what you pay for a lot of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you put like $3,000 into your car, you can basically just get a bunch of new parts on there because they're gonna have to order shit in
Mm-hmm.
and just have an all new car.
I'll have to talk to him about that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe start saving up.
Yeah,
well,
'cause-
obviously start saving up.
Yeah, you
'cause
can probably-
If I don't do that, I still need a new
It depends
fucking
on
car.
like obviously like because I don't think you have any special. I think all your stuff is like stock parts in your car unless your dad has changed shit out.
I mean, no, everything is pretty standard. I mean, everything's been changed at least once or
Yeah,
twice.
I figure so in that car, yeah.
I've had so many different like
Yeah.
mufflers and all that.
Speaking of cars, Chase, he's the guy I work with. He has an old, I think it's a Nissan. It's like a farm vehicle. It's like an old '70s truck. That's the one he drives around. It looks like something out of like a horror, like the type of vehicle in a horror movie, but not scary, but just
Yeah.
the type of like protagonist kind of vehicle.
Okay.
It's a muscle car. He fucking revved it, dude, and we felt it like hit us in the chest. Like it was super cool. But everyone at work has been saying that I should get, because I'm thinking about mileage. They were like, you should get. There's certain trucks they said I should get.
Yeah.
They said like that are good on mileage.
No
and
Jeep. You've been wanting a Jeep.
I want a Jeep, but honestly, that's just something that I want. It's
Yeah.
not something that I know is feasible for what
Yeah.
I want, what I'm going to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
You know, the amount of distance traveled. And I know for myself, if I have a vehicle, if I have a day off and I can drive, I'm going to drive
Yeah.
and go someplace. You know, I like to see stuff. So,
Mm-hmm.
but yeah, I mean, Jeep would be nice.
Yeah.
But that's like a future. Hey, I am all of a sudden money now. Let me.
I am money now.
Well, I'm going to have a Jeep, so when I'm in town, I can just use my Jeep,
Mm-hmm.
and then when I'm out of town, I can use this other vehicle. But I don't know. I feel a lot more comfortable if I have something that's kind of all terrain, good mileage,
Yeah.
which do exist.
Yeah.
It won't be the fanciest thing, but I don't give a fuck about fancy.
Yeah.
I just function is all I care about. Function and least cost.
Yes.
Because going back to the East Coast, when it's not the summer,
Yeah.
it's gonna be trash in a vehicle,
Mm-hmm.
especially going to New York City.
Yes.
It's not actually. Never mind. It's not so bad. There's a way that we can drive connecting on the 95 where I don't have to go near Manhattan. So it's not
Yeah.
terrible. I think it's a little longer to go that way, but it's not terrible.
It probably would work out better though.
Mm. Yeah, it would, and that's the way I would do it. I honestly, I'm the type of person where when it comes down to like time, for stuff, I don't feel like time's being wasted if I'm just getting to the fucking place.
Well, yeah, I mean, that's why I stopped taking the turnpike when I was driving from Pittsburgh to Hanover, just because, I mean, it added like 20 minutes, but it was a cheaper drive.
The way I see it is like it's safer.
Yeah.
It's less stress on me because I'm not on the fucking road with a bunch of dipshits. Like, I mean, I am probably, but not moving way, like significantly faster.
Not moving 75 miles an hour.
Yeah, exactly. And if I need to pull off to go anywhere, it's way easier because I'm going through back roads or something. Yeah. So there's most likely going to be a gas station or something there. Yeah. Where I don't have to go off and exit and go back and reconnect onto the highway. Yeah. So I prefer that. Don't care. It's my time. Yeah. You know, and if I have an appropriate amount of time off, then I'm fine with it. I usually plan ahead for shit anyway. So yeah. Anyway, enough car talk.
Yeah.
Was there anything you wanted to bring on?
Car travel talk.
It's a little bit of that. I'm in a car. Anything you wanted to bring up?
Magic. We're getting into Magic Gathering.
You're getting into Magic.
I'm getting into Magic. You've been into Magic
I haven't
before.
been playing Magic, but I do still get emails and stuff, and I read stuff about it consistently, even when I wasn't playing. I just don't play it. But now I'm playing Magic again, which has been fun as fuck.
And
How do you like it?
I'm playing it for the first time.
How do you like it?
I like it. I mean, I knew I would like it. I just never did it because I knew I would like it and I would want to spend money on it. Money that I do not have.
Luckily, we have friends.
Who
have a lot of cards.
Yes. Yeah.
Who have several decks and who love people playing these decks that they make.
And they're like, please play this deck that I made.
Or do you want to play this one? Or just pulls on this big ass box, opens it. Do you want to play this one or this one or this one? Yeah. So it's a fun fucking card game.
Yeah.
I like it because you can feel your brain working.
Yeah.
You know, that's my favorite part about it.
Yeah, I mean I'm still definitely learning and like trying to figure shit out. I've only played like
you were doing well.
2 games really.
When last time I was there for the Halloween party, Mark had his friend over, and it was his friend's first time playing, and he also used the dinosaur deck.
Oh yeah.
And he was doing real well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like that deck.
It's a good deck.
Lot.
Green is probably your color. That's
probably
your level of like least intensity but most payoff.
Yeah. Yeah, it was fun.
Yeah, that was real cool. I like playing Magic. It's a good card game. It seems to be having kind of much like D&D. It seems to be having a resurgence because I see a lot of people playing Magic now who weren't fucking playing Magic before.
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff is like it's not as I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like I don't know. You would always get made fun of.
Oh yeah, it wasn't as prevalent
like
before.
With that shit, and now it's just like. You play this cool. Like, let me try this out. Like, let's figure this out.
I see way more people that I know, not naming names, but not the type of people to play Magic. When I go on their Instagram stories, they're like, Magic Night. I'm like, motherfucker, you're the motherfucker in high school that if I even wrote Magic Night on my notebook or in my planner, you would have fucking told everyone I was a goddamn nerd. You're that asshole. But guess what? I guess like anything else, shit gets repressed, and people. But that's the other thing too. As people get older, they realize that, oh yeah, you know what's not fun? Drinking and fucking doing nothing.
Yeah.
You know, watching, I don't know, award shows and drinking wine. Yeah, that's great. That's great fun. Just invite everyone over. All 6 of us are gonna love doing this for the next 8 hours. You know.
Yeah.
But then, for me, it's way more like playing. Which we got to continue playing Halloween D&D.
Yes.
You know? Like when you and Chandler came over and that was his first time playing.
Yeah.
That's a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah. And I had a lot of fun like helping him like build his character.
He has a good character. We spoke about it at work. Character. That's a really good character, dude. I told him like I said even after this, told him to hold on to that character.
Oh yeah.
Definitely use that in another campaign, or if he decides to play mainstream, he should just keep that character and use it.
Yeah, if he wants to use that in like the campaign,
the
or
campaign,
you can make a new character. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
That's a really good character. But stuff like that, like for me, like that shit's fun.
Yeah.
I'd rather do that for like 8-9 hours than fucking sit down and watch. I don't know, some shit. But it also depends on who you're with. Because I also would watch like 9 hours of, say, Letterkenny with a group of friends.
Yes.
And drink wine and shit.
Yeah.
But going back to the Magic thing, it's just weird that that's like also a thing now that everyone's getting into.
I mean, I feel like especially people our age, they're not as judgmental anymore. They're they're like, wait, no, maybe this thing is actually pretty cool.
Yeah,
maybe I
no,
will
that's
let
true.
myself enjoy this and not make fun of it.
Or they're less afraid, or now they've gone to school and they're like working jobs, or they have people who they consider cool,
Yeah.
you know, or people who they consider like really interesting. Then that person's like, oh yeah, no, I play this thing, and then they go, oh, what is that?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I've never heard of this thing that you were speaking about.
Yes.
I've never surely made fun of people for doing that. And now they're getting into that sort of thing, which is cool. It's a point of conversation and it connects people more. I'm not the type of person who goes, when I was in high school, no one ever played Magic the Gathering, and I won't play Magic the Gathering. I'm not trying to be that person. I think it's cool that everyone is. I'm just making jokes, really.
Yeah.
Ultimately, I do like that everyone's playing Magic because it's more of like a point of conversation you can. Same with D&D. You never know who plays D&D, and you can just talk to. Remember the first times we went to Half Price Books? We had the conversations with different. Both times we had a conversation with different people about D&D. You know, like that's really fucking cool.
Yeah.
That you can. That's a thing that a lot more people are openly talking about and doing. So that part I do enjoy.
Yeah, and even like, I mean, I'm starting a new job and meeting a bunch of new people, and I mean, a few of them know what D&D is. Like one of them, like her sister plays, and so like she knows little things. She's played like a couple times with her sister, and like, I don't know, I just keep mentioning like how much of a nerd I am because I was like, oh, I might be going to play Magic tonight, and they're like, what's that? I was like, how do I explain this? It's like, what's that? And like, I mean, just everything. Like they already know like I'm really into D&D, and I'm like, every chance I get, I'm like, I'm a really big nerd, and they're like, that's great. Like, it's awesome that like you have these things that you're interested in, and I don't know. I work with some pretty cool people now, and
so that's the thing is I think we both work jobs now. Finally, we're around really cool people.
Yeah.
As I've said, I've told the dudes at work like I might just run a campaign one day. We're at lunch, like a quick dungeon run.
Yeah.
Just roll your d20 for your attack. You don't have to worry about stats or anything too crazy. But that'd be. I think they'd have a good time with that. But that's, I don't know. I think by the nature of things, I'm super happy that that's just acceptable. But I feel like here in this town, that's just a thing. There are a lot of people who live here that definitely grew up in areas where that wasn't a thing. Yeah. And let's say, for the sake of conversation, more conservative areas, because this is Texas. And now that they live here, they feel like, you know, they can actually be more open and talk about it. Or even if they weren't accepting of it before, they feel like they're like, wow, yeah, everyone's accepting of this. Maybe I shouldn't be an asshole and look more into it, you know?
Or like they're just accepting of everything here. Or not, I mean, everyone isn't, but like there's a lot
that people are accepting of here.
There are a lot of people that are just like, oh, what's that? That sounds pretty cool.
That sounds pretty cool, yep.
Like, that's awesome that you're into that.
There are a lot of people like that who would say, oh, yeah, no, you know what? I've heard about that before. Yeah, maybe I should check that out.
Yeah.
You know, and they're really, really, really rad about it. I like that.
Yeah.
I do like that. I do feel when I go home, I'm going to miss here.
Yeah.
Like, my parents' place, they live in a new place. I'm excited to see, like, how this place is, like, now. You know? That'll be super cool. It's a bigger home and everything. So that's going to be fun to be in my family, be in this place, and, like, hang out with my parents. But the wrappings, New York's just so old to me, still old news. I'm just gonna hang out at my parents' place, you know.
Yeah.
But I feel like that's gonna be like kind of like my make or break. Like, am I really gonna miss this place? You know.
Yeah.
But I fucking missed it when we visited and we went back to Pittsburgh, dude. I fucking missed this place.
Yeah, I'm not looking forward to being back in Hanover. Like, I'm looking forward to meeting my niece and like seeing my grandparents and like my family, but man, I'm gonna be like in my hometown for like a week. And
that's rough sounding.
Without a car.
I was gonna say that's rough sounding.
And like during the holidays, so it's I'm looking forward to seeing my family, but I'm not looking forward to like the rest of it.
Yeah.
It's gonna be rough, and also in like winter.
Yeah, in winter. Yeah.
With cold, snowy
I think that's
ice.
the other reason why I don't want to like fly.
Yeah.
There can be delays.
Yeah.
You know, there can be some serious fucking delays because of the weather. I don't want to like be in New York and then they're like, "Oh, 8 hour delay on this flight to Austin because
Yeah.
there's fucking ice balls flying from the clouds.
Ice balls.
And it's like, fuck, now I gotta be here overnight
Yeah.
in fucking LaGuardia. Don't want to do that. So I'm heavily still considering just taking the train.
Yeah.
I've been taking the train for a while. Even if it was just from Pittsburgh to New York.
Yeah.
I at least comfortable taking the train, you know? And it's pretty straightforward. It's not outside of like the longer security, there's no real like difference between that and the plane too much. Well, time obviously, but
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you're right though. Maybe my parents partially don't want me to for time, but I'm planning on having time off so I can spend a significant amount of time home as well as go back.
Yeah.
That's the other thing is, even if I did fly home, I don't know when the return ticket would be for the plane, you know? Like I could say, oh, I want to come back immediately on this day, but then it's like, well, the only flights that are available are the ones going to fucking Nevada and then going, like ping-ponging around before you can get there.
Like I had to mess around and like see like also what was cheaper and all that, and apparently flying out on Christmas Eve is cheap, but I was like, I'm not doing that. I'm not traveling on Christmas Eve.
Yeah. No, I wasn't gonna do that.
Yeah.
Again, I feel like I don't mind doing it on New Year's personally.
Your tickets shouldn't be that bad because you're going after.
I'm going way after, yeah. And I'm gonna try to spend. And that's the thing is, I think I'm going to. It depends on how production is at work. Mm-hmm. If it's reasonable, then I will probably spend like 4 days home, and then come back. Probably fly out on a Tuesday, come back on a Friday, that sort of thing.
Yeah, I'm spending like 5 full days at home. Yeah, that's not including like the day that I'm flying there and the day I'm flying back.
Mm-hmm. Right.
So.
Right. Jeez.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Big oof.
Well, I mean, one day is Christmas.
It's true.
So, I mean, have plans that day, obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Other days, Christmas Eve. Also, I mean, I have plans for that night. But, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
And then I have plans for one other day where I'm driving to go see my grandparents.
Oh, right. Yeah, you did say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, so... I mean, at least you'll have some things going on.
Yeah.
You know?
I mean, it's a busy time of year, and I would only spend, like, 3 or 4 days at home. Like, actually, usually probably 3 days at home for Christmas, like, when I would drive. But that's because I can't ever take that much time off of work, because money.
Yeah. That's the thing with me, is, like, that's my other thing, is I don't know if I'm going to be home for too long. I have to double-check those flights, because it's like, I might only be able to be home for, like, 2 days.
I mean, I essentially have like an entire week off work.
Yeah.
And I don't like that.
Yeah.
But
because I'm at a point right now where it's like, if I can circumvent that and save the money, then I can totally just get home, you know, or be able to go home another time.
Yeah.
And also next year I have a family reunion I got to save for.
Yeah.
So I got to be back in New York in next summer anyway. So that's the other thing. So we'll see. You see how that goes.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Anything else you wanted to bring up via the podcast? Anything else you want? I'm trying to think, because a lot has happened.
A lot has happened.
I'm trying to think if there's anything else.
We've talked a little bit about my new job.
Yeah, we did. Which you do like.
Yeah, I do. I really enjoy it. It's a good job.
I like. It's in
Celtic
a good look.
Fest.
Celtic Fest, yes, that's the other thing I can remember. Yeah, how did that go? Because I know nothing about this. She didn't tell me anything about this.
I mean, there's not much to say because I was stuck in the trailer like for 7 hours. So like there's not much that like I really saw. I wish I could have seen more, but like good music. Fucking love that shit.
Yeah.
Like hearing bagpipes and just other Irish kind of music. It was great. There was a girl singing later. Like it was pretty awesome. We were like right next to the stage.
Next to the stage? Oh, that's cool. That's cool.
There were some huge plates of food walking by.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Piled
dude.
high.
I'm
like
sure.
there was a plate of chips that was piled like this high, and it was.
Oh yeah. I was told that probably like 4 times now since I've been working here that we got to go to the Renaissance Fair.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been wanting to go to the Renaissance Fair. I haven't been since I was in like high school, so.
I've never been.
I want to go to the Renaissance Fair.
Yeah, I've never been to one. Everyone keeps telling me that I should go as a necromancer.
Yeah, you should.
Everyone's been telling me ever since like Pittsburgh. Like I've been invited a bunch of times. I've never had a chance because of work.
Yeah. Yeah, that's something that we need to make time for. I mean, Celtic Fest was awesome. there was a guy walking around with like a longbow and arrows. Like he was looking for something. Don't know what. Don't know if he found it.
A target.
But yeah, no, that's what it seemed like. But like, it was just awesome seeing this guy in a kilt, like just carrying this old ass longbow with some arrows, and I hope he found what he was looking for.
That's
but it was
hilarious.
really awesome, and it was a good time. It was a good time. It was really busy, but I had a lot of fun.
That's cool. That's cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really into the sound of like something like that. Yeah.
I mean, it was still going on today. I really thought about going today, but it was like 15 to get in to like
sounds about right.
be there, and I was like, maybe not.
Not now.
Yeah.
No. I think
next year. Next year I'm gonna go.
Next year's probably gonna
working.
be like we've been for 4 months here. We've been fucking doing a lot of shit.
Yeah.
Time's been moving real fast here.
I mean, in this past like month or two, we've been doing a lot.
Yeah. Which I'm happy about because the last few years in Pittsburgh, I wasn't fucking doing shit.
Yeah, I didn't do anything in Pittsburgh.
But like it's cool because now we have an idea of what's going on. Starting next year, I mean, fucking might be doing South by Southwest stuff next year. I mean, that'll be really cool. I mean, there's a lot going on here.
Yeah, I don't know. Like my job might even go out there and serve. So
same. I might be out there doing stuff for my job too. Yeah, same. Which is cool. It's gonna be busy and hectic and destructive, but something new, dude. It's cool.
Those tips, though.
Right. Yeah, right.
I made a lot in tips yesterday. It was nice.
The chocolate that I brought back the other day, they opened the pop-up shop.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. In my job, I had a pumpkin spice one. Insane. One of Peter, a coworker of mine and him and I like took a bite at the same time. We were just like gonna cry. Like it was really good. And we were like, this is dangerous that this is attached to our job. Yeah. Because now I'm gonna go in there and spend too much money.
Hey. Christmas presents.
Chocolate and coffee. Yeah. There we go. Very nice.
Just save up all that coffee.
Dude, yeah. I already have, 3 bags sitting right over there, so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be good.
Yeah. Good times so far. I guess I gotta end this on a downer because this is how I work.
No, don't.
What the fuck's happening in this town right now? Why is everything going awry? Like, the amount of accidents that have been going on. I've been seeing cops everywhere at all times recently. All week. There has been a day this week where I haven't seen cops and like police tape. Yeah. Caution tape around somewhere. So I don't know what the fuck's happening, but this place needs to chill.
Jared Padalecki getting arrested here.
Jared Padalecki getting arrested has been the highlight of October. Seeing his mugshot. Yes. And fucking bursting out laughing because I probably shouldn't. But that's just a fucking... Apparently both of them own property here in this town or something.
Him and Jensen?
Yeah. So it doesn't surprise me because apparently a bunch of celebrities own property in this town. So yeah. Doesn't surprise me. But that's fucking funny. That's so funny to me. Yeah. Jared Padalecki getting arrested. That's just... Yeah, that and... what the fuck else happened? There was something else that I read that I was like, oh, this is fucking weird. Let me see if I can pull it up before we end this podcast.
Not about Austin, but the sinkhole swallowing up the bus in Pittsburgh.
Oh, right.
Oh, God, that picture.
Right. Yeah, so one of the buses in downtown Pittsburgh ended up getting absorbed.
I mean, not completely, but it was like halfway in a sinkhole. Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
That's too funny.
And it's just so apt for that town.
It's just, and everyone there loves it, much like how anything else happens there. Everyone there loves when something happens to that town.
Yeah. And like you were saying, people dressed up as the bus for Halloween.
People did.
And it was like only a couple days before Halloween.
Yeah, no, people totally dressed up as the bus. Oh man, if I can remember who posted it on Facebook, I'd show you. I don't remember who posted it, but yeah. It, oh man, I can't. There's so much shit happening. So much crazy shit happening. Anyway, but that was the main thing, was Jared Padalecki, getting arrested. Which is just, again, it didn't surprise me when I read it. But I was like, really? Here? Really? And so close to the holidays.
And all the Supernatural fans just so angry about it.
Of course, they're diehards.
Yeah.
There is a photo of Misha Collins, and I'll show you off podcast that he posted.
All right.
Anyway, guys, I think we're gonna wrap this up here.
Yeah.
I like this setup. We'll probably work it from here on and see how it goes. Mm-hmm. But if you guys don't mind, just leave a like, and subscribe for more episodes of the podcast. Still working on the audio version of it because the hosting site that I was going to use is now down. So trying to find one that doesn't charge me fucking $35 a month to post a podcast episode. So we'll see how that goes. Anyway, see you guys in the next one.
See ya.